rocket fuel.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now, 185. 3
Carnell on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Becker. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job. Defensively thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, but he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Raiders first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go again.
Running with Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
734. 40's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so. Because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, 57. Watch out. Kill.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. Bulldozes past him. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him 30. Yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Fire down these two. I'll go away. Let him know. Check.
Now Scarborough. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 31, check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Yellow. Archulani.
56. Yep. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
56 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Not today, you won't. Not today.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Check tight end, check tight.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Sunday.
Go ahead, baby, go.
Now they try the right side here. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. They run. This is Scarborough. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Bring it. Bring it.
43. 43.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Big stop, D. Stop. Let's go.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return will stop right around the 25. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 43.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Flush to his right. And going deep for... This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Danny. Showing up.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Go!
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. They're not ready for this, man.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Hey, Raider 2.
Give me some. Give me some.
Hey, Alpha.
Back two, Mike. Mike, back two. Mike, back two. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From midfield, here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Motion. Mike 52, Mike 52. You.
Raider 9.
Too little, cut.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He'll buy some time. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield. Right around the 40-yard line.
For Kansas City Chiefs, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow, Argyle 80.
56. Bring it!
This is Scarborough. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
I don't need to. That's right,
baby. They don't want it. Back.
Right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
It's Scarborough again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Raiders' 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yo.
Your leg. Easy.
Check 99. Jim. Hey, watch it.
Now a handoff working right. And some room to run now. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Yellow.
56. Watch the pass. 49.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Barton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Let's go, Louie!
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check! 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 Check 24. Check 24. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
They try again with Scarborough, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
58 to Mike, 58. High 7, let's go. Watch the boot, watch the boot. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yellow. There's a line. Stay with your man.
Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10. At the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. I got motion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Mahomes firing complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They run it with Jacobs, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff looking right.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Kansas City, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in it. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me. Copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?